Hello guys, in this video we are going to learn how to read data from PDF file and store in an Excel sheet using UiPath. Reading data from PDF is required very often while implementing RPA. So let's begin. I'll click on process. Project name as PDF to Excel. Select project location, C drive, UiPath. While it is setting up the workplace, let's check out the PDF file we are going to use in this demo. So this is a sample invoice which I have downloaded from internet. It has invoice number, company name, date, which we are going to extract. Now we are going to first add a package in order to read PDF as a text. Click on all package and we'll search PDF and we'll add this activity. I'll click on save. Now we are going to click on workflow. Now we'll add an activity, read PDF as text, and for that we'll use read PDF. Now once this activity is added, we need to first import our PDF file, which is not mandatory. Now I'm just going to select the same file which I have imported. You may notice we have an output, and here I'm just going to create a variable as invoice data. Now we are going to write the data in a file, text file. So I'm just using this write text file. I'll create a text file as there is no ready-made text file available. I'm just naming it invoice data. Over here, I'm just going to write invoice data, the text which we have extracted. Now we are going to debug this file in order to check what data we have extracted from that PDF file. We'll go to the folder, C drive, UiPath, PDF to Excel, and we'll double click on invoice data. So here it is. So this is the data which we got from the PDF file. So we are going to read all the data with the help of regular expressions. I'm not going to cover regular expression in this video, but I'll share a link which will help you to understand how regular expression works. Link is in the description. So I'm just copying this text which I'll use later. And I'll click on add. I'll click matches for regular expression. Then I'm just going to change the display name, not mandatory. I'll click on configure regular expression. Here I'm going to paste the text which I have copied. So if you may notice, I have invoice number over here which I want to extract. I'm using forward operator, invoice number, then I'm just going to simply write W, in fact \W plus, that will help me to extract the invoice number. I'll click on save. Then obviously I have to also give that input from where it is going to get the input, and I'm going to store result, and for that I'm creating a variable name as invoice ID. In a similar way, I'll add few other expressions as well for reading the rest of the information. I'm just speeding up the process. If you wanted to check, you can just slow down and check. This is the last detail we are reading as company name. Input string is going to be invoice data. And then we'll click on configure regular expression. Over here, we are going to use positive look ahead expression. And I'll write invoice number because I have to look ahead of invoice number. Then I'll put colons, just closing the brackets. Then I'll use \W. I should select the 41, and if I put plus, it selects all, but I don't want digits. I just write \D. Then I'll write plus, and I'll give a space, which will select a receiver company. In place of space, I can also give \S. I click save. Now to store this information, I'll just create a variable, Control K, set variable company name. Now just to check if I'm getting the right data, I'll just add a message box. And over here, I'm just writing company name, and I'm giving an index 0 as data is in enumerated form. Here you can see the name of company. Now we are going to add a data table, and for that we'll write build data table, and here we are going to define the structure. We don't want integer in the column, so I'm just removing that integer column. Now this column is going to be named as not data, invoice ID. Next is going to be my invoice date. Yes, date. Click OK. Then we'll add another one, that is customer ID. And last, company name. I'll remove this line, I don't require. Now we are just going to create a variable, a data table variable as DT. Now we are going to add a row, and for that we will select activity, add data row. over here we have to pass data in an array format. As you know, we have all the data in different variables. So we will just write down the name of variables, and we have to pass the right index, which is 0 actually at present in this case. And we also need to convert it into a string, as we have taken all the columns in string format. So you just have to ensure that everything is stored in string format. Company name and toString. Now we'll click on OK. After this, we will just pass a reference of the data table which we have already created, that is DT. You can select DT. Now, as data is fetched in data table, we just have to pass that data to Excel sheet, and for that we'll click on add, and over here we'll write range. Now this activity is having an option from where you have to select an Excel sheet. You just have to go to new, select this. I'm giving a name, invoice data, not equals to invoice -data, and then in data table I'll just pass DT. Now I'm just going to, okay, I can also add headers if I need. If you want, they're not necessary. I'll click on debug, the message box, and just click on OK. Now I'm going to check what we got here. So here you can see we have all the data, and we have extracted all the information from the invoice. Okay. So now you can compare that we have the same data of invoice number, invoice date, company name. I hope you like the video. In case if you have any query, comment below. Thank you.